What's happening? It's super hot, so I'm probably gonna be sweating during this video. And who knows what my hair is gonna do? I didn't do anything to it. I just woke up to make this video. So I read a really good book called Switch: How to Change Things When Change is Hard. And I'm basically gonna give you a book summary. So these are not my original thoughts, but I'm gonna put my own personal twist on it. You should still read the book. I'll put a link to it in a bio. It's a really good book, and throughout the book, the author makes an analogy of a rider and an elephant. The rider is your rational brain. The elephant is a stubborn elephant that is an analogy for your emotions, right? And so when we make decisions, we have the rational side of things, the emotional side of things, and we have our environment. All three of those are very important, but depending on what the situation is, they have different weights. Your emotions are always going to be stronger, and the environment is huge, right? Your rational mind, you think it matters the most, but it doesn't matter. We know bad food is bad for us. We know smoking cigarettes is bad for us. Knowledge just doesn't mean shit on its own. Generally, we know what things are good and what things are bad, but it's your emotions and the environment that matters more, right? So, uh, the thing that we need to do is we need to manipulate our own emotions, right? And people know this stuff already. If you smoke cigarettes and you want to stop, you don't want to be around cigarettes. People know that. They know I shouldn't be around cigarettes if I'm trying to stop smoking cigarettes. They know if I don't want to eat junk food, I shouldn't put junk food in front of me. We know that the environment matters. People usually have to be on their deathbed before they change some shit about their health. Even though you know the foods are bad for you, you just think, oh, I'm less at risk to get diabetes than everybody else. Oh, I'm not going to have a heart attack, like blah, blah, blah. So I actually wrote some notes today, so I'm not going to be completely going off the top of my head. We're going to focus on some things to help us change. And so, from me summarizing the book, the most important things are invoking an emotional response, making the path of change easy to follow, so changing your environment, and focusing on the smallest, most critical aspect of your path to change, right? So the I'm going to start there. The more choices you have, the harder it's going to be to do something because you actually get fatigued from trying to make decisions. Salesmen do this shit all the time. They give you all these options so that you'll kind of like shut down and just pick one. Your brain can only handle so much shit at once. Analysis paralysis is what it's called, right? So a lot of times what we think is the resistance to change is actually just a lack of clarity, right, on what we should do for our next step. If you say I'm gonna start eating healthy, I'm gonna start eating clean, you're probably not gonna do shit because what does that even mean? Now you have to think, oh, what's clean? Is strawberries clean? Is a chicken sandwich clean? I don't know. You get frustrated and you stop, right? But if I just tell you, hey, just stop putting sugar in your coffee in the morning, that's your first step. That's easy as fuck. If I just tell you, hey, no more sodas, you have now taken a step to improve your health, right? And it wasn't that hard. You didn't have to make a huge decision. When you try to talk in generalities and say, I'm going to start eating clean, I'm going to start being healthy, I'm going to start being active, you are way less likely to do the thing that you're talking about because what does that shit even mean? If you just say, I'm going to walk this many steps every day, you're more likely to do it. If you say, I'm going to start getting active, what the fuck? What is getting active? I don't know. You probably don't know either, right? So, the next thing, invoking an emotional response. The author talks about negative responses and positive responses. Positive responses are going to allow you to be more creative and explore more things. When you're interested in something, you think more about it, you want to do it, and that's good for something that's really complex, but you actually want to invoke a negative emotional response for something not so complex. If you want to stop smoking cigarettes, I don't tell you cigarettes are bad for you, they're not healthy. If you stop smoking, you'll save this much money. Obviously, you don't care about that shit, right? But if I invoke a negative response, if I show you black ass lungs, if I show you your own yellow teeth, and I'm like, you look at this picture of your teeth every single day, it might invoke some kind of disgust and make you change your habit, right? Or at least better stick to the habit that you're trying to start, which is not smoking. But yeah, like for more complex things like businesses and stuff like that, fear and disgust is not the best tactic, right? You want some kind of positivity so you can inspire creativity, and more exploration. And so the next thing, your environment. This is huge. We all know this, but we like to pretend like it's not true. Your environment matters a lot. Former drug addicts know that they should not go anywhere the fuck near drugs. Alcoholics, former alcoholics, recovering alcoholics, they know not to play with drinks or they're going to be right back where they were. We like to pretend that our lives are so much about who we are and not our environments, but that's just not true. It's just not. And it's called the fundamental attribution error. Just thinking that innate character traits matter more than your environment. I will have clients literally tell me, oh, man, I'm really trying hard on my diet, but the wife, she brings home these snacks and I can't say no. And maybe in the same conversation they would tell me, man, these poor people, all they have to do is this. All you have to do is say no to selling drugs. All you have to blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, it's the same shit, bro. When something is all around you, it heavily influences your decision making. Can somebody overcome it? Sure. But it's overcoming it. It's not just no. It's not just, it's simple. Just say no. You fucking say no to the donuts, bro. Say no to the snacks that your wife brings home. Everyone has this problem. We all have this problem. Like I said, recovering drug addicts know not to put themselves around drugs. If you want to make a change, the easiest thing to do is to stay the fuck away from that thing that you don't want to be around. In fact, in the example that I gave earlier, stop putting sugar in your coffee. The easiest thing is to stop fucking drinking coffee. If you want to take out that whole component, you won't have no troubles with the sugar if you take out the coffee. If I tell you stop drinking sodas on the weekdays, yeah, you can have sodas in your fridge and say you're only going to drink them on the weekends. But the problem is when you open that fridge, you're going to see them. And you're way more likely to fall for that temptation. The easier thing is to not drink soda. Take that shit out of your house. Take the candy out of your house. Take whatever you don't want away from yourself. Take yourself out of that environment. Your environment is huge. But like I said, we all like to pretend like your environment doesn't matter so much, right? So that was the big thing, man. That's how you make change right there, okay? I hope this video wasn't too long. I try to keep all the videos like under about 8 minutes because I know y'all motherfuckers start falling asleep. Can't pay attention after 5 minutes. So just in summation, you got your rational mind, you got your emotions, and you got your environment. The environment and emotions are very important. Your rational mind is cool, whatever. If life was that easy, like I said, everyone that had knowledge about something would make those changes, but it's not. So take a step towards changing something today and start with the most critical thing, the smallest step that you can that's going to allow you to make change and change your environment. And I guarantee you, whatever you're struggling with will get a lot better. Stop trying to make it a very complex and broad thing because you're just going to get lost in it and say, I can't do it. Start with something small, man. Start with something really small. Okay? I know the videos are not coming as frequently as they were. That's because I'm working a lot more right now. I think I said this last video, but they're going to be coming. I'm going to keep coming. We're still going to reach 100 in a year. I'm going to start making a bunch of videos on 1 or 2 days and then posting them throughout the week because I just don't have time to do it throughout the week anymore. But anyways, like I said, I don't want this video to be too long. So thanks for watching. Peace. Have a good day.